Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. At one point in the ad, Joey and Kelsey cut a giant cake that looks like a pile of Amazon shipping boxes. Announcing the major brand deal, Joey wrote on his Instagram account, "We had the best time at the Summer in the City event in Chicago with the @Amazon Influencer program. Check out all the great deals leading up to and on #Prime Day, July 16th, 17th at Amazon Fashion." Fans took to the comments section of the post to share their opinions about the couple's new brand deal. One person pointed out that this is yet another endeavor on the couple's long list. Adorbs, but man, aren't you guys tired? Another pointed out, "Do either one of you have jobs? You've been traveling everywhere for a long time." A third questioned, "You guys know you can say no, right?" The Amazon brand partnership comes after the Bachelor star has made comments and confessions lately that suggest he's suffered financial problems since starring on the show. From remarks about his credit to the living situation he and Kelsey have had since revealing their engagement on the show, it's become clear that money might be in short supply. With rumors also flying that he might make a controversial decision for money that might hurt his relationship, some are wondering what is actually going on. In a recent interview, Joey and Kelsey admitted they were currently crammed into her apartment in New Orleans, which they share with her two roommates, something they referred to as a new girl type situation. "I was still working, and so I was like, I gotta go back to my life. I'm not quitting my job," Kelsey said. "He was just living with his sister, so I was like, you can move in with me. I'm on a comedy sketch right now. I feel like full on in a new girl situation," Joey added. The confession about their relationship came on the heels of Joey admitting that before going on the show, he made a purchase on his credit card for $100, but his inability to pay it off in a timely manner because of the show severely impacted his credit score. The leading man has already made his intentions clear. He doesn't want to relive his most painful experience and plans to find a wife. While sitting down with People, he spoke about the pre-recorded season and how he handled the drama that always transpires. Ellis admitted he would always remind himself to get the facts and don't jump the gun. He said, "In a situation like that, where any move you make is really pivotal, I think that me waiting until I had all the evidence and then making a decision was the best move on the chessboard." The reality star said the issues that arose taught him a lot about himself, but also the women after his heart. He realized that their maturity showed how much they wanted a family and long-lasting relationship. "It's really easy for somebody to tell you what they want, but I think that actions speak louder than words," he declared. "For me, a red flag is somebody who's too self-absorbed," he added. "I was at 7:30 and I went on the show and I had a payment from a credit card that I didn't answer for 2.5 months. I dropped like 80 points. Like, what the fuck? I went on a TV show and I come back and my credit score bombed. I was like, I can't even get into an apartment building. Jesus Christ." Because of the woes, many think Joey is hinting that he wants to do Dancing with the Stars, because he also hinted at a big payout he was expecting soon. He also hinted during the podcast that he and Kelsey had shifted their plans to move to New York, suggesting they had widened their timeline. "We might have some in-between stuff we're still trying to figure out, because again, we have so much going on right now," he cryptically said. "But if we're not living in New York by Christmas time,
Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson's big career move amid money woes. A journey of love, risk, and redemption. The sun was just beginning to peek over the horizon in Los Angeles, painting the sky with streaks of peach and gold. For most, it was just another ordinary morning. But for Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson, former stars of The Bachelor, it marked the beginning of a chapter that neither of them could have predicted, one that would test their love, their resilience, and their very sense of self. The couple had been together for nearly 2 years since Joey's season concluded, navigating the roller coaster that came with fame, public scrutiny, and the subtle pressures of being Bachelor Nation's golden couple. Yet behind the smiles and perfectly curated Instagram posts, a quieter, more urgent struggle had been brewing: money woes. Despite the allure of reality TV stardom, the truth was stark. While they had opportunities in sponsorships, social media campaigns, and appearances, the reality of inconsistent income and mounting bills had begun to weigh heavily. Their shared apartment in West Hollywood, though chic and Instagram-worthy, had become a symbol of financial pressure. Rent was due, bills were stacking up, and the dream of financial independence seemed just out of reach. One evening, as the soft hum of the city filtered through their floor-to-ceiling windows, Joey sat on the couch staring at the latest bank statement. Kelsey, always perceptive, noticed the shadow of worry crossing his usually bright face. "Joey, we need to talk," Kelsey began gently, placing a hand over his. "We can't keep pretending everything's fine. We need a plan. Something big." Joey sighed. "I know, Kels. I've been thinking. Maybe it's time we stop relying on fleeting opportunities. We need something that's ours, something stable, but still exciting, something that makes people pay attention." Kelsey raised an eyebrow. "Are you saying we start a business?" Joey's eyes lit up. "Exactly. But not just any business. Something that reflects who we are, our brand, our story. Something people can connect with emotionally, not just another influencer scheme." The idea had been swirling in their minds for weeks, seeded by countless conversations in coffee shops and late-night drives across the city. Joey, with his charismatic charm and sharp sense for trends, and Kelsey, with her savvy marketing instincts and unshakable intuition, knew that together they could make something remarkable happen. But the stakes were high. Launching a business required not just creativity, but money, and theirs was dwindling fast. There were unpaid bills, looming car payments, and a growing sense of pressure from family and friends who worried about their financial stability. Yet, paradoxically, it was that pressure that ignited a spark. They spent nights brainstorming in the glow of their living room lamps, whiteboards filled with ideas ranging from fashion lines to wellness products, all the way to a digital media company that could leverage their social media following in unprecedented ways. They debated, argued, and laughed until the early hours, fueled by coffee, determination, and the stubborn optimism that had defined their relationship from the start. It was during one of these late-night sessions that Joey hit on the idea that would change everything. "Kels, what if we created a platform? A kind of lifestyle hub where we share not just products, but experiences, stories, and content that genuinely helps people, like a community, something that feels personal but scalable." Kelsey's eyes widened. "That actually sounds amazing. We could combine wellness, lifestyle, and entertainment. People already follow us for parts of our lives. Why not give them something tangible, something interactive?" And so the plan began to take shape. They would launch the Graziadei and Anderson Collective, a multimedia lifestyle brand that would offer everything from exclusive video content to wellness tips, merch, and digital courses. It was ambitious, perhaps even audacious, but both Joey and Kelsey felt a surge of hope that had been missing in months of financial stress. Yet, as the excitement built, reality crashed in. They needed funding. The little savings they had could cover a minimal launch, but to create the kind of platform they envisioned, sleek, professional, and capable of competing in the crowded lifestyle market, they needed investors. And approaching investors as reality TV stars came with its own skepticism. Many assumed they were just another fleeting couple hoping to capitalize on fame. Joey and Kelsey knew they had to prove their commitment, their strategy, and their vision. The couple threw themselves into preparation. Business plans were drafted with meticulous attention to detail, financial projections were calculated down to the last cent, and pitches were rehearsed over and over in their tiny apartment. Joey, who was more used to being in front of cameras, found himself learning quickly about market trends, ROI, and brand positioning. Kelsey, always the strategist, meticulously mapped out customer journeys, social media funnels, and potential collaborations with other influencers. The day of the investor pitch arrived. They rented a small conference room downtown, polished their presentation, and practiced their smiles until they felt natural. As they entered the room, a mixture of excitement and fear pulsed through them. Investors, some curious, some skeptical, were ready to judge not just their idea, but them as people. Joey took a deep breath. "We're not here just to make money," he began, locking eyes with the panel. "We're here to create a community, a brand, and a platform that inspires people to live better, more authentic lives. This isn't a side project. It's our passion, our future, and something we are fully committed to building." Kelsey followed, detailing the brand's mission, the market research, and the strategy for growth. She spoke with confidence, blending her professional knowledge with personal stories about how their experiences, both the highs of fame and the lows of financial strain, shaped their vision. The investors listened, some nodding, others taking notes. There was a tense pause after their presentation, the kind that makes your stomach knot. Then one investor leaned forward. "You've got passion, that's obvious, but passion alone isn't enough. Tell me, how are you handling the financial risks? How will you sustain this in the first year?" Joey and Kelsey exchanged a glance, a silent conversation of trust and determination. Joey responded first. "We're aware of the risks. We've budgeted meticulously, cut unnecessary expenses, and are prepared to invest personally in the first stage. But beyond that, our strategy leverages multiple revenue streams, subscriptions, digital products, sponsored content that reduce dependency on a single source. This isn't a gamble, it's a calculated risk." Kelsey added, "And we're committed to transparency. We want to show our audience the journey, not just the glossy outcome. We believe authenticity builds trust, and trust builds sustainability." The room softened. A few investors whispered among themselves, nodding. The couple's vulnerability, combined with strategic planning, had struck a chord. Weeks later, after anxious waiting, they received the call. Funding was approved. The relief was immediate but fleeting. They had the capital, but the real work was just beginning. Joey and Kelsey threw themselves into building the platform, often working until dawn, fueled by a mix of adrenaline, hope, and sheer stubbornness. The launch day finally arrived. They premiered the Graziadei and Anderson Collective online with a live stream that showcased their personalities, their journey, and their vision. Fans and followers flooded the platform, drawn by curiosity, loyalty, and the authenticity that Joey and Kelsey had cultivated over the years. The response was overwhelming. Comments poured in praising their transparency, their creativity, and the heart behind the brand. Yet it wasn't without challenges. Technical glitches, social media trolls, and unexpected financial hiccups tested their resolve. There were nights when Kelsey would lie awake, worried they had bitten off more than they could chew. Joey, too, felt the weight of expectation, not just from investors, but from a public that often judges harshly and quickly. But through every setback, they leaned on each other, communicating honestly and solving problems as a team. Months later, their efforts began to bear fruit. Revenue started to flow steadily, collaborations with other creators opened new doors, and their fan base grew into a community of engaged, loyal followers. The financial strain that had once seemed insurmountable began to ease, replaced by the satisfaction of building something meaningful from the ground up. In interviews, they didn't shy away from the struggles. Joey openly admitted, "There were moments I genuinely didn't know how they'd make it, but Kelsey kept me grounded. We kept each other motivated, and now, seeing the response, it's more than we could have imagined." Kelsey added, "This journey has taught us that vulnerability is strength. Sharing our challenges didn't make us weak. It connected us to people who understand and support us. And that connection is what makes this platform successful, not just the numbers." By the end of the year, the Graziadei and Anderson Collective had transformed from a risky dream to a thriving, respected brand. Joey and Kelsey had not only weathered their financial struggles, but had emerged stronger, more united, and more confident in their abilities as partners, entrepreneurs, and public figures. The story of Joey and Kelsey is a reminder that success is rarely linear. Fame alone doesn't shield you from challenges, and money troubles can affect anyone, regardless of public perception. But resilience, trust, and shared vision can turn even the most daunting obstacles into opportunities for growth. As they sat together on their balcony one evening, watching the sunset over Los Angeles, Kelsey leaned her head on Joey's shoulder. "We did it," she whispered. Joey smiled, squeezing her hand. "Yeah, together, always together." And in that quiet moment, amid the hum of the city and the gentle glow of the fading sun, they knew that the real story, the one worth telling, was not about fame, fortune, or public approval. It was about partnership, perseverance, and the courage to take risks even when the stakes were impossibly high.
Bachelor stars Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson drop major career bombshell amid shocking money woes. When fans see Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson strolling down Hollywood streets with perfectly curated outfits and radiant smiles, it's easy to assume their lives are effortless. But behind the Instagram filters and red carpet appearances, the couple has been grappling with a struggle that no one saw coming: serious money troubles. And now, in a twist that has Bachelor Nation buzzing, Joey and Kelsey have just made a massive career announcement that could change everything, for better or worse. From reality TV fame to financial frustration. Joey Graziadei, who captured hearts as the charming bachelor from season 26, and Kelsey Anderson, his steadfast partner, seemed to have it all: love, fame, and legions of adoring fans. Yet the glitz and glam were only part of the picture. Sources close to the couple revealed that the duo had been quietly struggling to make ends meet, relying on sporadic sponsorships and fleeting social media gigs to cover living expenses. It was stressful, a source tells us. Joey and Kelsey were trying to maintain this perfect image, but behind closed doors, they were worried about rent, bills, and keeping their dreams afloat. Despite appearances, the pressure was mounting. Their West Hollywood apartment, though luxurious and Instagram-ready, had become a constant reminder of their financial strain. They needed a solution, and fast. A bold idea sparks a revolution. As with many great ideas, this one was born late at night. Joey and Kelsey spent countless hours talking, brainstorming, and dreaming of a future where they could be financially secure while creating something meaningful together. Joey came up with this incredible concept, Kelsey explained in an intimate livestream shared exclusively with fans. He said, "What if we build something that's ours, that actually helps people?" And suddenly, it all clicked. The idea? A lifestyle brand that wasn't just about selling products or flaunting celebrity, one that offered real value, community, and authentic content. The result? The Graziadei and Anderson Collective, a bold multimedia platform designed to combine lifestyle, wellness, and entertainment. The investor drama that shook them. Turning a dream into reality, however, wasn't as easy as posting a cute couple photo. Joey and Kelsey needed serious funding, and pitching to investors as reality TV stars came with its own set of challenges. Some potential backers dismissed them outright, assuming they were just another couple trying to cash in on fame. But Joey and Kelsey refused to be underestimated. They spent weeks drafting precise business plans, creating financial forecasts, and rehearsing pitches. The pressure reached its peak on the day of the investor meeting. "Walking into that room, I was terrified," Joey admitted in a recent interview. "We knew these investors could make or break our dream, and I've never felt anything like it." Kelsey chimed in, adding, "It wasn't just about the money. We had to prove that our brand had heart, vision, and staying power." Their hard work paid off. After what felt like hours of tense discussion, the investors nodded and approved the funding. Relief washed over the couple, though they knew the real challenge was just beginning. The launch day roller coaster. The launch of the Graziadei and Anderson Collective was nothing short of cinematic. Joey and Kelsey hosted a live stream that instantly went viral, revealing their new platform and connecting with fans in ways social media alone could never achieve. Fans flooded the comments with praise, and the response on Instagram and TikTok was overwhelming. Yet, even in success, the couple faced unexpected hurdles, server crashes, social media trolls, and technical glitches that threatened to overshadow the excitement. "Honestly, there were moments I thought it would all fall apart," Kelsey admitted, "but Joey kept me grounded. We just tackled everything together." The personal struggles behind the glam. What makes Joey and Kelsey's story resonate isn't just their business acumen, it's their vulnerability. In candid interviews, the couple opened up about the sleepless nights, the anxiety over money, and the fear of failure that they kept hidden from fans. "There were times when I cried, wondering if we'd ever make it," Joey confessed, but Kelsey never gave up, and neither did I. "We were a team, through everything." Fans immediately related. On TikTok, hashtags like Joey and Kelsey Journey and Bachelor Couple Hustle began trending, with followers applauding their honesty and determination. A new era of Bachelor Nation entrepreneurship. With their brand now firmly launched, Joey and Kelsey are setting a precedent for what reality TV couples can achieve beyond the show. Their vision blends creativity, authenticity, and strategic thinking, a combination that has resonated with fans and investors alike. "It's inspiring," a fellow Bachelor Nation alum shared. "They took a situation that could have broken them financially and turned it into an opportunity, not just as a couple, but as entrepreneurs." The couple isn't stopping here. Plans for expansion, collaborations, and exclusive digital content are already underway. Fans can expect behind-the-scenes videos, interactive Q&A sessions, and even virtual wellness retreats, all designed to deepen the community Joey and Kelsey are building. Love, partnership, and resilience. Ultimately, this story is about more than money or fame. It's about partnership, resilience, and the courage to chase a dream despite obstacles. Joey and Kelsey's journey remind us that even when the world seems against you, with dedication and trust in each other, anything is possible. I've learned that money troubles don't define you, Joey reflected. It's how you handle them and who you have by your side that matters. Kelsey smiled, leaning on his shoulder. We've been through the worst, and we're still standing. And now we're building something that's ours, something we can be proud of. For fans of The Bachelor, it's a story of love, perseverance, and the unexpected paths life can take. Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson have proven that while reality TV might give you a platform, it's what you do with it that defines your legacy. And judging by the buzz online, their legacy is only just beginning. Fan reactions flood social media. Joey and Kelsey are goals. #Bachelor couple hustle. Love seeing reality stars actually do something real with their fame. Their honesty about money struggles is so relatable. The Graziadei and Anderson collective is the content I didn't know I needed. With viral hashtags, exclusive live streams, and a growing community, it's clear Joey and Kelsey's gamble has paid off, and Bachelor Nation is watching every thrilling step.